You see, success doesn't just happen. It's not about luck or chance. Success is something you attract by the person you become. And becoming that person often requires rebuilding aspects of yourself, your habits, your mindset, your skills, and your character. Let's start with the foundation of rebuilding yourself, self-awareness. You can't rebuild what you don't understand. Take a good hard look at yourself. What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? What habits are serving you well and which ones are holding you back? This isn't about judgment. It's about honest assessment. Now, self-awareness can be uncomfortable. It's not always easy to confront our shortcomings or admit our faults. But remember, discomfort is the price of growth. If you want to rebuild yourself for success, you've got to be willing to get uncomfortable. Once you have a clear picture of where you are, the next step is to define where you want to go. What does success look like for you? Be specific. Don't just say, I want to be rich. How rich? By when? Don't just say, I want to be happy. What does happiness mean to you? The more clearly you can define your goals, the more effectively you can rebuild yourself to achieve them. Now, here's where many people falter. They have a vague idea of what they want, but they don't have a plan to get there. If you want to rebuild yourself for success, you need a blueprint. You need to know what changes you need to make, what skills you need to develop, what habits you need to cultivate. Think of it like building a house. You wouldn't just start nailing boards together and hope it turns into your dream home. You'd have a detailed plan. The same goes for rebuilding yourself. Plan out the steps you need to take to become the person who can achieve your goals. But here's the thing, a plan is just a plan until you take action. The most beautiful blueprint in the world won't build a house if you don't pick up a hammer. The same goes for rebuilding yourself. You've got to take action, consistent, persistent action. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, but Jim, I'm busy. I've got a job, a family, responsibilities. I don't have time to rebuild myself. Well, let me ask you this. Do you have time to live a life that's less than what you're capable of? Do you have time to look back years from now and wonder what if? You see, rebuilding yourself isn't something you do in addition to your life. It becomes a part of your life. It's not about finding time, it's about making time. It's about prioritizing your personal growth and development. Start small if you need to. Can you wake up 30 minutes earlier to read a book on personal development? Can you use your lunch break to work on a new skill? Can you turn your commute into a mobile classroom by listening to educational podcasts? There are pockets of time in your day. Find them and use them. Now, let's talk about one of the most crucial aspects of rebuilding yourself, developing new habits. Your habits are the building blocks of your life. They're the small actions you take every day, often without even thinking about them. And over time, these habits shape your character and determine destiny. If you want to rebuild yourself for success, you need to develop success habits. What are the daily actions that successful people in your field take? What are the habits that align with your goals? Identify these habits and start incorporating them into your life. Remember, it takes time to form new habits. Research suggests it can take anywhere from 18 to 254 days for a new behavior to become automatic. So be patient with yourself. Focus on consistency rather than perfection. It's better to do something small every day than to do something big once in a while. Now, let's address something that's often overlooked in discussions about success, the importance of your environment. Your environment has a huge impact on your ability to rebuild yourself. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, by people who don't believe in personal growth, it's going to be much harder to make positive changes. This doesn't mean you need to cut everyone out of your life who isn't on the same path as you. But it does mean being mindful of the energy you're exposing yourself to. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, who challenge you to be better. Seek out mentors who have achieved what you want to achieve. And it's not just about the people in your environment. It's also about your physical space. Is your home conducive to productivity and growth? Is your workspace organized in a way that supports your goals? Sometimes rebuilding yourself starts with rebuilding your surroundings. Let's talk about the role of education in rebuilding yourself. You see, formal education might end, but self-education should be a lifelong pursuit. The most successful people in the world never stop learning. They're always reading, always studying, always seeking new knowledge and skills. Make it a point to invest in your education every single day. Read books, take courses, attend seminars. The more you learn, the more you grow, and the better you become. Remember, knowledge isn't power. It's potential power. The real power comes from applying what you learn. Now, let's address a common obstacle in rebuilding yourself, fear. Many people hold themselves back because they're afraid of failure, afraid of making mistakes, afraid of looking foolish. But here's the truth. Failure is a necessary part of growth. Every successful person has failed numerous times on their journey to success. The key is to change your perspective on failure. Instead of seeing it as something to be avoided at all costs, see it as a learning opportunity. Every failure brings with it a lesson. And if you learn from your failures, you haven't really failed at all. You've just found another way that doesn't work, bringing you one step closer to finding what does work. Remember, the only real failure is giving up or not trying at all. As long as you keep pushing forward, keep trying to rebuild and improve yourself, you're succeeding. Let's talk about the importance of discipline in rebuilding yourself. Discipline is what bridges the gap between your goals and your accomplishments. It's what turns your desire to improve into actual improvement. Discipline means doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. It means sticking to your commitments, even when it's difficult. It means choosing long-term gain over short-term comfort. Developing discipline isn't easy, but it's essential if you want to rebuild yourself for success. Start small. Make a commitment to yourself and keep it no matter what. As you build your discipline muscle, you'll find it easier to take on bigger challenges and make more significant improvements. Now let's discuss the role of mindset in rebuilding yourself. Your mindset is the lens through which you view the world. It shapes your thoughts, your beliefs, your actions, and when it comes to self-improvement, having the right mindset is crucial. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe that you can improve, that your abilities aren't fixed, that with effort and learning, you can get better at anything. See challenges as opportunities to learn and grow, not as threats to be avoided. Remember, your mindset isn't set in stone. It's something you can change and improve. By consciously choosing to adopt a growth mindset, you open yourself up to endless possibilities for improvement. Let's talk about the importance of setting high standards for yourself. If you want to rebuild yourself for success, you need to expect more from yourself. Don't settle for mediocrity. Don't be content with good enough. Always strive for excellence. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you should always be pushing yourself to do better, to be better. It means not accepting less from yourself than you're capable of giving. Remember, you'll never outperform your own self-image. If you see yourself as average, you'll never become exceptional. So set high standards for yourself. Believe in your ability to meet those standards, and then work tirelessly to live up to them. Now let's address the importance of self-reflection in your journey to rebuild yourself. It's not enough to just take action. You need to take time to reflect on your actions, to evaluate your progress, to learn from your experiences. Make it a habit to regularly review your goals, your actions, and your results. Ask yourself what's working well, what's not working, what can I do better? This kind of self-reflection allows you to make course corrections, to refine your approach, to accelerate your progress. Remember, the goal isn't just to be busy. The goal is to be effective. And self-reflection is what allows you to ensure that your actions are actually leading you towards your goals. Let's talk about the power of gratitude in rebuilding yourself. It might seem counterintuitive, but being grateful for where you are is actually crucial to improving where you're going. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It puts you in a positive state of mind, which makes you more receptive to opportunities for growth and improvement. It gives you the strength to persevere through challenges. Make it a habit to express gratitude every day. Be thankful for your current abilities, for the progress you've made so far, for the opportunities you have to improve. This attitude of gratitude will fuel your desire to rebuild yourself and make your journey more enjoyable. Now let's discuss the importance of patience in your journey of self-improvement. The desire to rebuild yourself is powerful, but it needs to be tempered with patience. Real, lasting change takes time. You won't transform your life overnight. Remember, you're playing the long game. Don't get discouraged if you don't see immediate results. Trust in the process. Keep putting in the work day after day, and the results will come. Think of it like planting a tree. You don't plant the seed one day and expect to see a fully grown tree the next. It takes time for the seed to germinate, for the sapling to grow, for the tree to mature. But if you nurture it consistently, eventually you'll have a strong, magnificent tree. Let's talk about the role of accountability in rebuilding yourself. It's easy to make promises to yourself. It's much harder to keep those promises when no one else knows about them. That's where accountability comes in. Share your goals with others. Find an accountability partner. Join a group of like-minded individuals who are also committed to self-improvement. When you make your commitments public, you're more likely to follow through on them. Remember, accountability isn't about having someone nag you or make you feel guilty. It's about having support, encouragement, and sometimes a gentle push when you need it. Now, let's address the importance of celebrating your progress. In your desire to rebuild yourself, it's easy to always focus on what's next, on what still needs to be improved. But it's crucial to take time to acknowledge and celebrate your achievements, no matter how small. Celebrating your progress does several things. It reinforces positive behavior. It boosts your motivation. It reminds you of how far you've come, which can be especially important when you're facing challenges. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is just that, a journey. It's not just about the destination. So take time to enjoy the process, to celebrate your wins along the way. Let's talk about the power of visualization in rebuilding yourself. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and one of the best ways to use it is through visualization. Spend time each day visualizing yourself as the person you want to become. See yourself having already achieved your goals. Feel the emotions associated with that achievement. This kind of vivid visualization primes your brain for success. It makes you more likely to take the actions necessary to turn that vision into reality. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's vividly imagined and what's real. So the more you visualize your improved self, the more natural it becomes for you to act in alignment with that vision. Now, let's discuss the importance of stepping out of your comfort zone. If you want to rebuild yourself, you need to be willing to do things that make you uncomfortable. Growth and comfort do not coexist. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you expand your capabilities, you learn new skills, you gain confidence, you become more resilient. And each time you do it, your comfort zone gets a little bit bigger. So challenge yourself regularly, take on tasks that scare you a little, push yourself beyond what you think you're capable of. That's where real growth happens. Let's talk about the role of purpose in rebuilding yourself. When you have a clear sense of purpose, a compelling why behind your desire to improve, it becomes much easier to stay motivated and push through challenges. Take some time to reflect on why you want to rebuild yourself. What's driving you? What impact do you want to have in the world? How will improving yourself allow you to better serve others? Remember, the strongest motivation comes from a sense of purpose that's bigger than yourself. When you connect your desire for self-improvement to a greater cause, you tap into a powerful source of motivation and inspiration. Now, let's address the importance of balance in your journey to rebuild yourself. While the desire to improve is admirable, it's crucial to maintain balance in your life. You don't want to become so focused on self-improvement that you neglect other important areas of your life. Remember to take care of your physical and mental health. Nurture your relationships. Take time for rest and relaxation. A balanced life is ultimately a more sustainable and fulfilling one. Think of it like tending a garden. While it's important to nurture and cultivate the plants, you also need to ensure the soil is healthy, that there's adequate water and sunlight. Only when all elements are in balance can the garden truly thrive. Let's talk about the power of consistency in rebuilding yourself. Consistency is what turns actions into habits and habits into lasting change. It's not about making huge leaps forward every once in a while. It's about making small steps forward every single day. Consistency beats intensity every time. It's better to do something small every day than to do something big once in a while. Those daily actions, no matter how small, add up over time to create significant results. Remember, success is not about what you do occasionally. It's about what you do consistently. So focus on developing consistent habits that support your desire to rebuild yourself. Now, let's discuss the role of resilience in your journey of self-improvement. The path to rebuilding yourself is not always smooth. You'll face setbacks, obstacles, and failures along the way. That's where resilience comes in. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to keep going even when things get tough. It's about viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. Cultivate resilience by reframing your setbacks. Instead of seeing them as failures, see them as learning experiences. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this to get better? Let's talk about the importance of self-compassion and your desire to rebuild yourself. While it's important to hold yourself to high standards, it's equally important to be kind to yourself along the way. Self-compassion doesn't mean making excuses or lowering your standards. It means treating yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. It means recognizing that mistakes and setbacks are part of the growth process, not signs of failure. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is challenging. You're pushing yourself to grow, to change, to become better. That's not easy, so be patient with yourself. Celebrate your progress no matter how small. And when you stumble, pick yourself up with compassion and keep moving forward. Now, let's discuss the power of focus in rebuilding yourself. In today's world, there are countless distractions vying for your attention. But if you want to truly improve, you need to develop the ability to focus. Focus means directing your energy and attention towards what truly matters. It means saying no to things that don't align with your goals. It means being fully present in whatever you're doing, whether it's working, learning, or resting. Remember, where focus goes, energy flows. By focusing intently on your desire to rebuild yourself, you direct your energy towards improvement and accelerate your progress. Let's talk about the role of feedback in your journey of self-improvement. Feedback is crucial if you want to rebuild yourself effectively. It provides you with valuable information about your performance, your blind spots, your areas for improvement. Seek out feedback regularly. Ask for honest opinions from people you trust. Be open to constructive criticism. And when you receive feedback, don't get defensive. Instead, view it as a gift and opportunity to see yourself from a different perspective and identify areas for growth. Remember, the goal isn't to be right. The goal is to get better. And feedback is one of the most powerful tools you have for achieving that goal. Now, let's address the importance of taking action. The desire to rebuild yourself is wonderful, but it's not enough on its own. You need to couple that desire with action. All the knowledge in the world, all the good intentions, all the positive thinking, none of it matters if you don't take action. Action is what turns your desires into reality. It's what transforms potential into achievement. So don't just think about rebuilding yourself. Don't just talk about rebuilding yourself. Take action. Do something every single day that moves you closer to becoming the person you want to be. In conclusion, rebuilding yourself for success is one of the most powerful things you can do. It's what drives progress, innovation, and personal growth. It's what separates the extraordinary from the ordinary. But remember, this journey of self-improvement is not always easy. There will be challenges along the way. There will be times when you feel like giving up, but I promise you it's worth it. The person you become in the process, the life you create for yourself, that's the real reward. So embrace this journey of rebuilding yourself. Nurture it. Act on it. Let it guide you towards becoming the best version of yourself. Because in the end, that's what life is all about. Continuous growth, continuous improvement, becoming a little bit better each day. Remember, you have greatness within you. You have the power to shape your life, to create your destiny. And it all starts with that simple yet powerful decision to rebuild yourself for success. Take a moment right now to commit to this journey. Decide that from this day forward, you're going to invest in yourself. You're going to rebuild yourself into the person you need to be to achieve the success you desire. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. The perfect moment is now. You become ready by starting before you feel ready. And as you embark on this journey, remember that progress, not perfection, is the goal. You don't have to get it right. You just have to get it going. Every small step forward is a victory. Every challenge overcome is growth. So go forth with that commitment burning bright within you. Take action. Make progress. And never, ever stop trying to rebuild and improve yourself. Your future self will thank you for it. You see, the greatest project you'll ever work on is you. When you invest in yourself, when you commit to rebuilding yourself for success, you're making the best investment possible. Because no matter what happens in life, no one can take away the improvements you make in yourself. And here's the beautiful thing, as you rebuild yourself, as you grow and improve, you naturally lift up those around you. Your growth inspires others. Your success creates opportunities for others. By rebuilding yourself, you're not just changing your life, you're changing the world around you. So I challenge you, start today. Don't wait until Monday. Don't wait until New Year's. Don't wait for some perfect moment in the future. Start right now. Take one small action today that contributes to rebuilding yourself. Maybe it's reading a chapter of a book on personal development. Maybe it's having a difficult conversation you've been putting off. Maybe it's writing down your goals and creating a plan to achieve them. Whatever it is, do it today. And then tomorrow, do it again. And the next day and the next, build that momentum. Create that habit of daily improvement. Remember, success is not something you pursue. Success is something you attract by the person you become. So focus on becoming. Focus on growing. Focus on rebuilding yourself into the kind of person who naturally attracts success. It won't always be easy. There will be days when you don't feel like it, days when it seems like you're not making progress. But those are the days that count the most. Those are the days when you have the opportunity to prove to yourself what you're really made of. On those tough days, remember why you started. Remember the vision you have for your life. Remember the impact you want to make. Let that be your fuel. And never, ever underestimate the power of small, consistent actions. It's not the big things that change our lives. It's the small things done consistently over time that create massive change. Think about it. If you improve just 1% each day, at the end of a year, you'd be 37 times better. That's the power of consistent self-improvement. That's the power of rebuilding yourself day by day. So as we wrap up, I want you to make a promise to yourself. Promise that you'll commit to this journey of self-improvement. Promise that you'll invest in yourself every single day. Promise that no matter what challenges come your way, you'll keep pushing forward, keep growing, keep rebuilding yourself. Because when you make that commitment to yourself, when you truly dedicate yourself to this journey of self-improvement, there's no limit to what you can achieve. You have greatness within you. It's time to let it out. Go forth and rebuild yourself for success. Your future is waiting. Thank you.